Is that better now? Let me know if you guys and let me know if it's laggy. I think you guys should be able to hear me now. Are we good? Sorry, I was just can't hear you. Can you hear me now? Y'all are the best. Ooh, ooh. I'm just sitting here talking all this shit and you guys couldn't even hear me. So that's actually good because I said something I might not have wanted to word the way that I did. So shout out to you guys. Okay, this is what I said. We're back to covering JLR. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot of moving pieces. A lot of information has dropped this morning, and I have now been involved because I have been blocked by JLR Investigates. He has officially blocked me on all platforms. And I really don't know why. I really don't know why. I'm just showing you guys public information. I haven't even came up here and really gave my opinion about what I really think about him. Not that I'm lying to you guys, but I am trying to keep it as respectful as I can and not get into any legal issues, right? So I have been blocked. I am now in the blocked by JLR club. So let's start off with that. Second, Plunder, my girl Paula, she has got she's FOIA'd a call regarding the domestic violence situation in December. And a little bit behind Paula and Plunder. I love her. I've always been a supporter of her. I would consider her one of my YouTube friends. And she gets all this FOIA information, and it takes a lot of time, and it costs, right? There's a cost to all of it. And so as much as you guys support me, you guys should also go support her. I'm sure you guys already are. I mean, she's a queen. But she gets these calls and she edited this out without the beeps and all of that. So I am actually very appreciative of that. And with the new information dropping as of this morning, if you guys aren't aware, JLR has been cited in Arizona for disorderly conduct because he was allegedly harassing another channel on YouTube. And I have been supporting that channel, and now there's like a bunch of stuff coming out, right? So it's like a domino effect. Here we go. And I've participated in the sense that I have covered the JLR stuff, and I do also support the other party in this situation. So it's a little bit complicated for me. I feel like we're in a little bit of a relationship here. Um, so with that being said, I'm going to show you guys a couple of videos that I might have already played here before. The one where he talks about his mental health, another one where he's harassing someone. By he, I mean JLR. And we're going to cover the new Plunder call, and as well as we'll get into the citation he received today. So I know it's a lot, but thank you for being here. Make sure you hit the like button. Hello to everyone. I'm on a little bit later today, but I do have another plan live again later today, whether it's Laura or Kenzie. But I wanted to make sure we went through this. So I'll stop yapping away. Say hello to everyone. I see Debbie, Asin. Hello, hello. Abuelitas, Crease, Ramon. Yay. Hey, Q. Hey, everyone. No sound. Oh, hey, Kevy Kev. I just saw you in chat. What's up? He can't handle the truth. I am blocked. I'm blocked. I wish you guys were there for my initial reaction because I have been posting. I got blocked on X first, and I have been posting stuff. The stuff that I've been showing here, really. So I was a little shocked that I was blocked because I wasn't like disrespectful, but I have been voicing my opinion, which I have a right to in the United States of America. Free speech. And so, we know he thought, he said that white boy was harassing him, and there's a lot to this. Definitely check out the lives if you are just now tuning in. But anyway, so I am blocked, got blocked. Dom and Kenzie blocked. I'm blocked he blocked me on X. So I guess that says that. Let's start off with, I'm going to play a clip of Jonathan Lee Rich's JLR Investigates, where he's harassing someone and like on a street, the same thing that people are entitled to do on a public sidewalk, go protest. And then we're going to cover the one about where he talks about his mental health, which I have already played on here before. But I think it's important as we go into the Magnolia 911 calls, trigger warning, this does involve domestic violence. It is brutal. So I just want to put that out there. It is for educational purposes. We are here. All this information is commentary, opinion based. So you're entitled to your opinion. I know YouTube disclaimers suck ass, but I have to do it. And you're entitled to your opinion and you have your right, and YouTube has a right. And I'm just showing you information that's public information, and it is not from JLR sources. So he cannot come strike me and say that I used a video of his, because these are videos that other people have created. So I need a drink. It's almost 5 o'clock here. So you know what that means. Let's see. Ooh, I see Chuck's gifted a membership. Thank you. Thank you, Chucks. Who got it? Music Mama. Yay. It makes me happy when people that are here and present and in chat and supporting get a membership. So thank you, Chucks. I appreciate you. Dude, I'm sorry. StreamYard's ass. I'm trying to pull up the video. Pardon me. Excuse me. Okay, here we go. So this is when he gets confronted by a neighbor. I'm gonna play this real quick. It's only a couple minutes. JLR had his wife's picture posted on social media. So this is the initial post. What happened to 30-year-old missing Sarah Dryer in Riverview, Florida? She vanished on 4/10. Earlier that same morning, judge denied her petition against her neighbors, redacted. Domestic issue, ? Hillsborough County, watch. That's what
All right, so they...
And shout out to Chronicles of the Shady. That's who made this video.
Hey, you need to watch the post. Excuse me? There's no people's lives at stake here. I haven't worked for 3 days because people post. All right, what am I posting? Stuff. What am I posting? Post a picture of my wife and it had your name on it. Okay, so I posted a picture on internet. So what? What's your point? Do you understand? I've missed 3 days of work because of ignorant people like you post stuff that isn't even true. What is your point, dude? I don't want a provocation. It's defamation, buddy. Okay, then civilly do something. You probably have nothing is the issue. Okay, have a great day. I'm not concerned. I'm not here for you. Dude. Okay, thank you. Because what you're doing, I have a 19. I don't want provocation. I don't want provocation. But you're causing it on the internet. Listen, if you don't like it, I don't like it. Then contact Twitter. Twitter? Like, why are you being a jackass? What do you mean?
Wait. Can I contact Twitter? Like, Gerald, why you block me? I know. Oh, I missed some comments. Wait, so he got served as in Arizona? Yes. So he is in. Okay. We'll get to that point when we get to that, because there's a lot. I shared with another creator. I wonder if he forwarded it. That's okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. How he blocked you, you don't do anything to him. I'm literally doing what I am doing here. I haven't called him out of, all I've called him was an abuser. It's on the police reports. Let me just say, there is two sides to every story. I get it. I have said this here before. And I know that some people think Magnolia is lying. Like, no elephant in the room type vibe, right? I know some people think she's lying, and I know that Magnolia has a past, and I know that JLR does too, and I know that Nerdy, who's involved in this, also does too. And am I biased? Well, no. I feel like once I get the information on the situation with the other party, then okay, fair. Have I been in the boat? Yes, I have been doxxed on here. My stuff has been put out too. I'm not perfect. I never claimed to be. You guys know exactly what you are getting when you come here. We've already been through all of this. I feel like I'm just preaching to the choir now. But and you are entitled to follow whoever you want. And if you want to support JLR, that's fine. That's absolutely fine with me. You do your thing. As long as we can keep it respectful and share space, I'm okay with it. But I'm not okay with domestic violence. I do not have those charges on my past. I didn't beat anyone up. Although I have been in very toxic relationships. So anyways, and the mental health stuff, he put videos out there himself talking about his diagnosis. So therefore, it is public information, babe. If it's public, it's reviewable. It is what it is. So do I hate JLR? No. Did he block me? Yes. Does he know who I am? I don't know. Do I care? Not really, because we're just covering this information, right? But I know there's two sides to every story. And I know that some people don't believe Magnolia and believe that the domestic violence allegations are not true and it's a smear campaign, and I accept it. Yeah, I know. I know there's accusations of the other party involved. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But let's get through this video.
This is what I said on Twitter. This is exactly what I said on Twitter. I said on April 10th, in the morning of April 10th, Sarah Dreyer, who went missing, filed some sort of injunction in the court against an individual.
While you're on there with the cops, sir. Sir, when you file an injunction, how through the courts, when do you notify the person that they're filing the injunction against? You don't.
They don't need to be notified.
We wouldn't be notified, right? So how the fuck would we even know that she?
So was there an injunction filed against Stephanie Sumner?
If there was an injunction
No.
filed, then they would
Judge threw it out.
Right, but we
Judge threw it out, but there was one.
No, we don't know that.
You don't know that.
Right.
We heard that the judge threw it out and there was nothing ever done.
So
the judge threw it out, but there was something filed with the courts, correct?
I'll be honest.
Okay, but there is.
Giving them ammo at this point.
Yeah.
So I would just leave it.
I mean, I would.
Douchebag that's causing problems.
Okay, have a great day.
And I'm not saying-
Have a great day. Have a great.
Causing a
I'm not
problem.
saying-
I'm sitting here minding my business.
No,
You're
you're
causing a
not.
problem with me.
You're
You're
making
coming to me.
accusations. You're stupid.
You're coming to me.
You're being stupid about it.
Okay, you're coming to
And
me.
you're actually causing problems.
JLR is doing here exactly what he did to White Boy Radio. If you haven't seen that, tune into the playlist. He accused people of stalking him, aka harassing him, when people were peacefully posting down the street from his house. So this is exactly why I'm trying to just show you that I get it, but like he's obviously doing it. So how are you gonna? And that wasn't even true about White Boy stalking him or harassing him.
With neighborhood.
Okay,
So please,
in
just
your
leave
mind.
the neighborhood. Causing problems with neighborhood.
okay.
So please,
in
just
your
leave
mind.
the neighborhood.
Have a good. I'm here documenting
I
what's
don't
going
give
on.
a shit what you're doing.
Okay, but I'm
I
not
don't
going
want you in our
anywhere. I have the right to be here.
We don't want you in our neighborhood.
But I have the right to be here.
We understand that. But you're
Okay, have a
causing
great day.
problems with the
Thank you.
neighborhood.
Making money off somebody's port.
Have a great day, guy. See you later. See you
He's
guys.
making money off of.
See you guys. I have a right to be here. I'm
conspiracy
going to be
theories.
here covering this case. I'm not bothering anybody.
You
These
are.
guys come to
You're
me.
causing problems with this neighborhood.
Listen,
With the people who
have
live
a
in the
great day,
neighborhood.
guys. Take care. Take care. Have a great day. God bless you. Take a great.
If you weren't on camera, you would probably be calling me all kinds of names. You stupid.
Why would I do that? I'm not
Because you're
into
doing
that.
stupid shit
You're
like this
making
right now.
assumptions, dude. I don't want no problems. See you later.
Your concerns to him. We're not going to have a disturbance here.
Yeah, see you later.
It's freedom of speech. If he wants to stand here and record and do what he wants to do, he can. Okay.
And chill out on the chat. No one is bashing anyone. If this is bashing, what I'm doing up here, baby, you have not seen anything yet. I'm a crazy Latina girl. And if I wanted to go in on JLR, I could. And I know a lot of people that have been associated with him. And I could use that to my advantage, but I'm not. So chill out. I'm not a JLR hater. I'm just showing you what the fuck is out there.
Have a great day, guys.
Please refrain from just putting anybody in the neighborhood into jeopardy because you're doing it right now with the stupid things that you said.
Okay. Like I said, you voice your concern to him. He's going to be staying here. We're not going to make him leave. Okay. So we're not going to have a complaint. We don't want you guys down here rolling in the dirt over this. All right. I understand your frustration. I'm not trying to invalidate that, but at the same time, I'm not going to tread on his rights. It's freedom of speech. He's here documenting how he sees fit. We're about to have all kinds of media and everybody else coming up here too. Okay.
The family's right here.
All right. I'm talking about the media. There's going to be all kinds of media and everything else coming. That's why we push the line back to give them room to set up. Okay. I understand you guys are frustrated. I do get that. I really do. I can't impede on his rights. I'm just telling you.
He's walking all over our.
Hey, and what these people are saying is fair game. It's fair game. Okay. White Boy and Nerdy can go out there. These are the other two creators involved in the situation. They can go out there and peacefully protest, but what is that saying? It's like rules for me but not for thee, or whatever that saying is, right? What is it? Rules for thee, not for me type of vibe. That's what it is. So he doesn't want people talking about him, but he has been exposing people and allegedly he doxes people and whatever. Okay, fine. but I'm just showing you guys he did the same exact thing that he's accusing people of.
I listen.
Our lives right now.
I understand that, but I'm just telling you, legally, we can't make this guy leave.
I get that. I tried to appeal to his good side and not actually put people under the bus.
But what he's doing is jeopardizing my
cover
family.
instead of a dime.
So it's okay. He
He's not
jeopardizes
dropping
my
dimes.
family.
He's dropping manhole covers.
What's that?
He's not dropping dimes on people. He's dropping a manhole cover on this place.
I understand. I don't know the backstory to that. Okay. Right now, my main concern right now is scene safety. So
I don't care about safety anymore. I care about her and her
scene safety for everyone who's behind me. Okay, that's what I'm here for. So you understand why I'm here.
I do.
So I can't have
and
anybody.
that's why we asked you to leave when I wanted to address him, saying, "Look, please stop posting stupid stuff on the internet. That's not true."
And I get it. You express your concerns. Okay. I just don't want you guys to get heated and it turn into something that doesn't need to. That's all I'm asking for. Okay.
Everything gonna do.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, these are the assholes on YouTube that need to be deleted.
Assholes on YouTube that need to be deleted. Yes, I know. Rules for the we bash. Come on, please do. Everyone trying to man what the content creator does is hilarious. Hey, I've been doxxed because listen, your girl here has not always been innocent, but I have also talked about it openly on my platform since I started. So I think being honest and taking accountability and being a changed person does matter. This life is not about me, and it's also, we'll get into the citation stuff from today, but this is what he does to victims. I'm going to play a couple of videos that I've already played, but it's just a reminder. He's been visiting victims, grave sites.
It's just, I get freedom of speech, and I'm in favor of it. I fought for it. It's just stupidity, and that's the condescending part.
I think these guys attempted to come down to try to intimidate me or because they're mad that I posted something on Twitter saying, well, on the morning of April 10th, 2023, before Sarah Dryer went missing, there was a court injunction filed with the courts between Sarah Dryer and a Stephanie Sumner. And these guys don't like that. But guess what? It's true. It's true. When I never said anything about, she was involved with a murder or anything like that. I stated that. That's it. So if they don't like it, then do something about it.
Okay. But you blocked me for doing the exact same thing you're talking about, JLR.
Sue me.
Oh, look. Oh, and there's like receipts. This is Chronicles of the Shady. It's an older video. Okay.
Look at this. Look at this. He's taking my license plate.
Yeah, because I want to post you on the internet.
Okay, have a great day, guys. See you later. Have a great day, guys.
Enjoy.
You too. Take care. God bless you. My God. That was just the weirdest thing I've ever encountered. Literally. Guys come around and start taking pictures of my car. He was looking at me super weird. It was strange. It was like a bizarre encounter.
A bizarre encounter, but isn't this what he's doing outside of Nancy Guthrie's house? Like, what is he even doing out there? I know he's out there. Maybe Melly, get your ass out there. Well, and sit in my car and have Google pre-make a flyer for me. Like, I think if I want to go boots on the ground, I might want to do a little more than that, right? Yeah. Who has JLR help? Nobody by himself. Yeah, I did. Let's talk about yeah. Okay, let's move on. So that's him having a confrontation with people on a street, but he says, that people aren't allowed to invade his privacy, but he showed up to Vicky White's gravesite. Did you have permission from the family? I'm just wondering, JLR. Oh, it's public? It's public? It's okay for you to go visit and disturb the dead? Oh, for content. Right. So it's okay when you do it. Oh, I missed that part. I did. I missed it. Because this is pretty disturbing. And it's disrespectful, and I'm only playing it to prove my point, but it's a gross video. It really is. Is this okay? Wait, people can peacefully protest down the street from your house, but that's not okay. They didn't harass you. They didn't come to your door. They didn't show up with the pew pew. Whatever. The online drama is bullshit. But like at the end of the day, what are you doing, JLR? And why did you block me? I'm just a little confused why it's okay for him to do this. Can someone explain? No, like I respectfully, like, is this okay? Because he posted today on X, someone made merch on JLR, and he was like, that's the JLR trademark. And I'm like, they're like, did you ask JLR? Someone created merch. I don't remember who it was. And I'm sitting there thinking, did you ask for permission to visit their gravesite? Like, did you do that? Is this okay? I can't even play the whole video, honestly. I can tell you who it's by and you can go watch it. I feel like this is weird. Like, would you do that? Absolutely not. The first case I covered on here, the Ashley Bocanegra case, she got beat up by bullies and they killed her. She ended up having like brain damage. Peep the playlist. That was the very first case I ever covered 2 years ago or whatever. So it's not the best. I had just started YouTube, but even I didn't feel okay with documenting that case, and I got permission from the family. So it's just like, all I'm saying is don't call people out on the same shit that you're doing. That's all. If you don't remember who Vicky White was, she's a correctional officer who like was having a relationship. I don't even really know the case. I didn't get into this one. I think she had a relationship with like an inmate. She helped him escape. It was like a schmurder, unaliving kind of thing. And he's here visiting her gravesite for views. What the? Like, what are you doing? I live in California and I'm pretty sure this is illegal or like there's some kind of law. Like, I don't think you can visit them past this. I'll have to look at grave site yards in California, laws in California, but I'm sure it differs per state. But we're not allowed to visit past, I think, like dusk or whatever they call it. So I'm a little like, yeah. Like, what are you doing? Weird. Ah. Ah. but we can't talk about your domestic violence situation. That's unfortunately it's public. All of our shit is out there, so it is what it is. Except to take accountability, do something about it, or don't. Is basically where I'm at. This is a great shot, though. Yes, JLR. You're weird for doing this. That is one thing I will say.
So that was Center Hill Cemetery. That is located around Lexington, Alabama. It is about 25 miles from the Lauderdale County Detention Center, where Vicky White got Casey White out of the jail there. They went on the run, went through multiple states, Tennessee, and ended up in Evansville, Indiana. Then we heard about Vicky White apparently shooting herself. Well, that was where she was buried. I went there. I passed through the area. I was there in the middle of the night. Very scary going to a cemetery in the middle of the night. First off, public cemetery. There was no gates. Anyone can go to a cemetery to pay respect to anyone. Went there, heard a lot of dogs barking, a lot of things happening.
Okay, so when people can show up down the street to protest against domestic violence, then it should be okay too. He not only did that with the Vicky White case, but he did do it with, I believe, Gabby Petito, and I don't know if this is a real video, but I'm assuming it is.
Her body was
Look at the cross right there. Look at the cross right there.
So the way that her body was laying down.
This is at Gabby Petito's where her remains were found. I mean, did you get permission to do this from the family, JLR? No? Okay. So then shut the fuck up.
This is the thing. I don't want to step on the cross, but I just want to show.
Her body was
Look at the cross right there. Look at the cross right there.
So the way that her body was laying down, her head was actually here.
Yeah.
Somebody left a bag for her, and they left flowers.
Oh, okay. But I'm wrong for sharing what I've been sharing. Got it. All right. Out of respect, I'm not going to play all those videos. You can go, he posted them. Go eat your heart out on the YouTube streets. They're there. If you look for them. Look closely, my friends. One more video before we get into the new 911 call. Please make sure you guys are hitting that like button. It helps, especially when, this is a situation.
This is some shit you need to know.
Convicted felon who made a trip to Newtown, Connecticut and posed as gunman Adam Lanza's uncle has been arrested.
35-year-old Jonathan Lee Riches, who you see right here, is a convicted felon, and he told townspeople he was Lanza's uncle. He was arrested for federal parole violation.
Riches was reportedly released earlier this year after serving 10 years in a federal prison.
AT&T, how may I help you? How may I help you?
Hi, good afternoon. My name is James Holmes. I need to make a collect call, please.
All right, what number?
20.
If you guys don't know who James Holmes is, you keep seeing these in these videos. If you don't know who he is, he's the a convicted mass murderer. I don't know how else to say it. He's a Colorado theater shooting perpetrator,
02
killer,
456
murderer.
141.
He went into a movie and shot people up. I never covered that case, but he killed 12 people and he wounded 58 when he shot a theater up. I believe The Dark Knight Rises, which I love. The Dark Knight, the newer ones. But yes, this is what happened.
4. That is the White House.
There's the block on it. No collect.
Well, I'm trying to call Barack Obama. I need to get a presidential pardon. Can you help me?
No collect.
Excuse me?
No collect.
I mean, I'm trapped here. I need.
I'm just about.
Okay, please get somebody to help me. I need to make a presidential pardon.
Listen, JLR is putting out information on other creators right now, doxing them and stuff. It's fair game. All right. You got to pass. People got to pass. Like, this is disturbing. And yes, we are continuing with the JLR reading. I just saw a comment in the chat.
Supervisor, I'm sorry if you've had trouble. How may I help you?
Yes, hi. My name is James Holmes, and I need to make a collect call, please.
Sorry, but they don't accept collect calls.
What do you mean the White House? What is our president for? That's Barack Obama. I need to make a collect call to make a presidential pardon.
Thank you. They don't take collect calls. You're going to have to pay if you want to call.
Well,
doing the number.
Is there any way you could get Barack Obama to come visit me?
No, I don't have the president's message center. This is the operator at the phone company.
Well, I thought our president is accessible at all times. That's what our president's for, correct?
Up the phone.
All right. Well, what do you recommend me to do? How do I call my president? How do I speak to my local politicians? I need a pardon, ASAP.
Goodbye.
All right. Have a nice day.
I'm a little confused why you would want to try to act like a mass murderer. I don't know. And is that a red flag? I believe that this person could be allegedly, in my opinion, a danger to society. This is weird. Why are you acting like you're a mass murderer who just killed 12 people in a movie theater?
Jonathan Lee Riches. I'm at Busch Gardens. The dude is smoking outside the designated area. Hey, excuse me, sir. Can you please go over there by the designated smoking area? So sorry. Disgusting, man. People are smoking outside the designated smoking area. Stuff like that.
Now he's confronting a smoker at Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida.
We try to make this world safe and clean, not with secondhand smoke I don't have to be subjected to while I'm at Busch Gardens. I don't know who that guy was. That guy right there. He was smoking outside the designated smoking area. Right there. Filth.
He says, "Stop wasting water in government buildings, bathrooms," by Jonathan Lee Riches. The harassment came after JLR posted the 19-year-old Temple University student's name, 2 photos, and a former place of employment on 2 pro-Trump Facebook groups containing well over 500,000 members, exposed the people who are hosting these anti-Donald Trump events he posted. 2 days after that, Rich's post would have more than 60 shares and hundreds of comments. Commenters insulted Farnham's appearances, calling her skank, scary, and nasty, to name a few. They called her an attention whore, among other instances like cuck, a favorite in the alt-right internet lexicon. One person called on others to end Farham's career, social life, love life, etc.
Jonathan Lee Rich is here.
I'll have to go back and look, Canvas.
Montgomery County Courthouse, and I'm attending the Bill Cosby trial. And as you see behind me, women's rights activist Gloria Allred is attending the trial. And we're here to see a Bill Cosby hearing, and there she passed. I think it's ironic that Miss Allred, is supporting Donald Trump sexual assault victims, yet she's attending a Bill Cosby hearing where Bill Cosby's seen in a picture here with Bill Clinton. What a bunch of irony. But here we're at the Montgomery County Courthouse, and I will keep you informed of
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Oh. Sandy Hook School. He's burning a picture of it. There's no sound to this one. What the am I the only one tripping out? Ooh.
James, what do you want? Is this McDonald's?
Yes.
Sir, me and my friend, I'm with my friend James here. James, what would you like to eat, James? James is interested in getting a bunch of weapons. You don't sell that, do you?
No.
What do you want, James? What about mustard gas? Do you serve mustard gas? Okay, well, how about Coors Light?
No.
All right, fine. We'll take our business elsewhere. Peace be with you. Oh, by the way, we got you on YouTube. YouTube. See you later, buddy. All right, James. Where you want to go? All right, we're going to hit up Burger King next. Peace.
This infatuation, maybe we could have like a murder psychologist on here, but like, why is he in love with James Holmes, or is that like his alternate personality? I'm sorry, I'm not going to be acting like a mass murderer. James is the man who shot up the theater, so he has like this obsession. When did this become like normal? Oh, thank you, Canvas and Crime. You're so sweet. Thank you. Oh my God. I appreciate you. Canvas and Crime just gifted 10 memberships. 10 Mellyverse memberships. Please make sure you thank Canvas and Crime. Also, go check out Canvas and Crime. Those who support us, we support as well. And Canvas has a page. Ooh, I love when trolls get memberships. I really do. It's like, reveal yourself. Okay, anyways, here I go on a tangent. Canvas, let me make sure I have your link. Is that where you post most of your stuff? Drop your link, Canvas, if you can, or I'll drop your page, but want to make sure people can find you. I'm not gonna say any names. We're not gonna start any drama right now in this live, but maybe later. Let's see. Sour Girl, Sarah Lee. Okay, I love when people that are here get PJ Vision, Kim. Oh, I thought Kim was already a member. Sorry, Kim. Martstrath, Ebels, everyone, welcome, all new members. Let me know if that's the right link, Canvas, but definitely go check out Canvas and Crime. I will have to sub. Is there a link? Yeah, I just dropped it, but correct me if I'm wrong, please. But let's continue this weird James obsession.
Be with you.
I'm making a call to the emergency room because I took a whole bunch of laxatives. And we'll see what they say.
Calling the Chester County Hospital. All of our operators are busy at this time assisting other callers. Please hold for the next available operator. Thank you.
I took 25 laxatives, and people are concerned about my health, of what's going to happen. It's been over an hour now. We'll see what. Yeah, can I speak to the emergency room? I have a question.
Sure.
Thank you. It's James Holmes, by the way.
What is with this James Holmes? You guys, I seriously think there's more behind this than we know.
Thank you for calling the Chester County Hospital Emergency Department. If you have a medical emergency, please hang up and dial 911. If you are calling for medical advice, please contact your family physician, as we are not permitted to give medical advice on the telephone. If you do not have a family doctor and feel you need to seek medical attention, you are welcome to come to our emergency department. If you are calling about a family member or have been seen in the emergency room in the past 24 hours,
I don't know. I thought it was a crime to waste law enforcement resources on purpose. Maybe not. But this is ridiculous.
please stay on the line. Thank you.
We'll see if they can help me. Don't know. We'll see how the American healthcare system works in this country. Hi, I have a question, ma'am. My name is Jonathan Lee Riches. I was having problems using the bathroom, and I took 25 laxatives all at once. Is my health in danger in reference to that?
I can't give you medical advice, but I can tell you that you should probably be seen.
Okay. All right, I will be up there shortly then. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Email that was staying and living with me. And she left. And this morning, I went into my dresser to clean it out. And you will not believe what I found. Here, let me put some gloves on here.
Ooh, trigger warning, this video is so disturbing. So I'm just giving you a heads up.
Here, I got some gloves. You will not believe what I found inside my dresser. But if you look closely, these are a pair of panties. Look. What is that? That is, looks like shit stains or something on these panties. Absolutely disgusting. Whoever wore these panties did not clean themselves up or must be very, very dirty.
I don't think that's, I think he did that. I know you guys are asking me why I'm sending you that, why I'm showing you this, because it proves the past, right? Like, he hasn't changed. So
absolutely disgusting.
I don't think JLR likes women. I don't. Why do I get those Brian Koberger incel vibes? But not an incel, because I've heard stuff, but.
And I will leave this and just remember.
I'm gonna
leave Riches. It's very
for copyright purposes.
troubling and disturbing hearing about the crisis with the water in Flint, Michigan. And here in Pennsylvania, I felt like I have to do a duty to help the residents, all you residents in Flint, Michigan. I wrote a letter. I'm writing a letter here. This is to your mayor, Karen Weaver, in Flint, Michigan. And here is attached my letter, open letter, and I will read this. Dear Flint, Michigan Mayor Karen Weaver, my name is Jonathan Lee Riches, and I want to help make the residents of Flint, Michigan safe. Here is some Pennsylvania drinking water from my well. Please distribute this water to your residents. Thanks, Jonathan Lee Riches. And I'm going to put that in the letter here. And I got some water in my well. And I'm going to pour this into the envelope.
What the hell?
And here we go. And I'm going to seal it and lick this. And I'm going to send this
water in an envelope
out today to the Flint Mayor Karen Weaver. And hopefully all the residents in Flint, Michigan will have safe.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. I am.
Jonathan Lee Riches. What's up? All right. I'm going to read a medical file right here
Get your headbuds or whatever you call them. Headphones.
that I have from FMC Lexington medical file.
This video, he exposes his own diagnoses. So when he's coming on here saying he's going to sue every YouTuber in the world for exposing stuff, baby, you made the video. Chill out. Chill out.
I just would like to share the information with you today. Axis 1, schizo personality, schizophrenia. Diagnosis common. Still has paranoid thoughts, but seems to.
And I'm showing you this because this is going to play into the call we're about to listen from when he allegedly gave his ex-girlfriend a black eye.
Realize that they are not real. Says that he will take risperidone
at a lower dose, but medication compliance has always been a problem with him. Access to borderline personality disorder. Some worsening of behavior in relation to food, but seems to be afraid of going back to special housing unit. Discussing his life after prison and currently family stress of his mother's illness. Says was in an inpatient facility for many years as a teenager, so little adult life experienced in the outside world, and still talking about going to Hollywood after his release. Lost 1.5 pounds in the last week. Not liking that he must consume his supplemental drinks at the pill line window due to odd beliefs about others seeing him poison his food and inconsistent with it.
Yeah, so this is like a document from when he was in prison. They're basically saying that he's suffering from all these mental health diseases, and then he is starving himself. And so he's basically reading the report from the prison.
His chronic anorexic.
So here he states he does suffer from schizophrenia and bipolar disorder and anorexia. And that's not anything to joke about. We know I'm very serious about mental health here because I have had my own experiences with mental health. But that is why I think it's so critical. And when you know you have a mental health issue, you need to get the help for it, and you need to be responsible for how you treat yourself in a sense, aside from professionals, right? I work in the medical field, but you have to know that if you have to take medication, if you're in this position or that position or doing this or doing that, and you have these mental health issues, it is your responsibility as a member of society to be well, or at least try. And my point here is I'm not judging him for any of this. I actually feel for him. I really do. In a sense of like, wow, there's clearly a mental health issue here, but also you don't continue to do any better. And so that's all.
Diagnosis. States anxious and sad because of his mother has breast cancer and he's going to get out of prison in 6 months and worried about what will happen to him and of him being a burden to his family once he gets released. Complains of abdominal pain, poor appetite, poor sleep, fatigueness, general aching everywhere, declines to talk to religious services, wonders what our response will be if he does not eat better, informed, consent, effective story. I don't know what that is. We'll have to follow closely and let psychology and dietary officials know, as well as the clinical director after his latest hunger strike. Yeah, that's pretty much that on that. Inmate has refused to consume the 1,000 calories determined to be a minimum for 24 hours to maintain his health. His recent BMP was normal, but his prelembum level is below the DOP threshold, requiring force feeding when minimum oral calories are not consumed by the established guideline. Inmate is refusing further oral intake after consuming 750 calories today at 2 p.m. He's further refusing oral nasogastric tube feedings, but is not physically resisting the procedure. We will proceed to infuse a target of 500 calories a day in this procedure. The lieutenant, AW, and warden is notified of this pending procedure. Inmate is well groomed, cleaned, but not emaciated. I guess that's what it's called. My vocabulary. These inmate is responding to oral inquiries with reasonable responses. So, at the direction of the AW, all force feedings will be done by the medical duty officer or clinical director until further notice. Assembling a use of force team will necessitate notifying the NDO to be available at the designated times of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. This is in reference to force feedings because, as we know, feeding somebody against their will is totally unconstitutional. I was in FMC Lexington, solitary confinement, and subjected to barbaric and harsh treatments. Constant boys on a daily basis. Actually, I'm being sent a message right now by Naomi Riches. So I'm gonna.
And that was his wife at the time. Listen, I'm reading, I'm catching some, but I always go back and review the live. I do. Someone said, I feel sorry for him. Thank you, Brenda. I watched a lot of DV as a child in my home. And that's what I'm saying is that's why I said I was shocked he blocked me. Because I've always come up here at least and try to be respectful in the sense of like, I don't think he's well and he needs help, and just taking accountability and not doing what you're doing right now in present time, I think would help the situation and people would still support. I think all the fluff that he's doing with saying that white boy's harassing him, and now he showed up to an airport to meet another YouTube creator to harass him. And it's like, what did you expect, JLR? You allegedly beat your girlfriend up. You're covering Nancy Guthrie. You use that to deflect from your own situation, but you never came up on here and admitted to anything like all the other YouTubers who have been doxxed, including myself. Or even spoke about anything. Maybe he can't now because of the protection order, but he's had many opportunities to show that he's not the same person. And that video was made all by, you saw, it was him. He posted it. Let's get into the 911 call that Plunder got. We have listened to parts of this, but this is in full of Magnolia calling the cops. But I don't know. I think psychopath, listen, it's a lot. I know. And I'm trying to really to be empathetic of situations. But I also think you're having mental health issues. Well, don't beat up your girlfriend. Don't beat up your mom. Don't beat up your dad. Don't go raping children. Get the help you really need. And I know that's hard. It really is. And our medical health system and all over the world is shit. I get it. But you need to try. You need to try and try and try. And I'm only speaking from experience because I have been there and I have that right. And if I really wanted to come on here and expose all my medical records one day, then I might do that. And that could be up to me. But I can understand what's going on here, but also this whole call just is a little dark. So let's get into it. And I can't help but think that he shouldn't be on YouTube looking for children or anyone. Hey, against all logic. I saw Za in here too. Did I miss? StreamYard sucks. I unsubscribed. For me, no, abuelita. I saw Zaza Cooler in here. What up? Okay, this is a call. Ready? Magnolia calling the police.
Sunday, February 1, 2026, 13:12 and 50 seconds.
Communications, how can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my name is I was calling to ask about filing a police report. This is sort of like an ongoing domestic violence situation. Your office just served a protection order on my behalf to the respondent that lives there in Pasco County. And I just wanted to talk to a deputy about that. And also, I was advised by other law enforcement to file a report for prior incidents.
Okay. Give me just one moment. I'm just putting a couple call notes. All right, yeah, I can get something started for you here. What's the phone number we're speaking on?
It's...
Oh, sorry. I thought this was, she didn't take the beeps out of this version, but she did on her YouTube video that has commentary. And I'm sorry. Don't hate me.
And repeat that phone number for me one time.
I really can't with it either. I know. hurts my ear.
All right. And do you live in Pasco County?
I did. Our house that we own jointly is there in Port Richey. But I had to. It's Baxley Lane, Baxley Lane. And it's 34668 zip code.
Gotcha. And just repeat the street name and house number for me one time.
I know. It's, you guys are like, what are you doing to us?
That's the reference that you would have for this situation.
Oh, wait, I think I went too far for trying to...
I did. Our house that we own jointly is there in Port Richey. But I had to... It's...
So they owned that house together. So I'm sure this is going to be a whole nother thing with them as they dispute for the assets.
Baxley Lane, Baxley Lane. And it's 34668 zip code.
Gotcha. And just repeat the street name and house number for me one time.
Baxley Lane. And I believe y'all just served I don't know what day it was served, but I think he was trying to duck service for a while, so I don't know when it actually got served, but...
So he was trying to duck service, she says. Yeah, he drove from Washington to Florida so he wouldn't be served.
That's the reference that you would have for this situation.
I gotcha.
So basically, just in a nutshell, I mean, I've called into Pasco a few times. Basically what happened is we went on vacation to Washington State for Christmas, and while we were there, he assaulted me and broke my nose. And then he went on the run to avoid being arrested. They had warrants out for him for felony assault. And so he got a new rental car and literally drove across the whole country all the way back to Florida. And I flew back and got back before he did. And I was able to clear out all my belongings from the house and leave. So I actually came to Arkansas, so that's where I'm at now. This is where my family is. So I escaped there. It's been a few weeks now. I've been in Arkansas.
So he beat her, left her there, and went and drove across the country.
I just had surgery, and I'm recovering from surgery. But so I had done the protection order, and the police in Washington. The case is pending in Washington, but the authorities there had told me to get a protection order. So once I got here to Arkansas, and I was able to do that, and I guess that's been served. But they had also told me that I needed to speak to Pasco County about filing a report for prior assaults that are actually referenced in the police report for Washington, because I had told the police about prior incidents. So they wanted me to file a report on that. So the issue is that I'm not.
So there was an incident in September of 2025 and an incident in December. She dated him for 3 years. The first year he didn't put hands on her. So I'm wondering, how much other proof does she have? And again, there's two sides to every story. I guess JLR has a right to show what he has, and I have heard nothing from him. So Lemon Pancakes is right. No, this case isn't closed. They have a 3-year no contact order. That's when it will be closed again. Yeah, but there's a plethora of, I think, cases going on here. And so I don't know how he will be charged. This call says he might be extradited. I really don't know the logistics behind that.
They're in person.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to talk to a deputy. I had talked to a deputy last week when I called to see about the protection order and if it had been served yet. And I talked to a deputy then, and he had told me that, well, he suggested that I go to Garland County, Arkansas Sheriff's Department and ask if they could fill out what he called a courtesy report.
Yeah.
And then it to Pasco. But I went there Friday, and they said that that's not really something they would do. So they just said I should call back and try to initiate a report.
Yeah, he can't talk about it after the no contact order went into place. Yeah, now he can't talk about it. And she can't either. I don't believe
over the phone. Because I just want to have the assault reported. Because the reason I didn't report in the past is because he threatened to kill me if I did. So now
he threatened to kill me if I spoke about this or reported it. I see a lot of the cycle here of domestic violence. She tries to justify his actions by bringing up mental health. She's still in it. You know what I mean? It's going to take some time, I'm sure. Especially with being for someone for that long. So I do feel for Magnolia. And I hope that she's getting the healing that she needs.
Now that I'm safely away, I want to at least have a report.
I understand. I'm sorry. Was it, I know he's your ex, but was it your ex-boyfriend or ex-husband?
Ex-boyfriend, yeah. We own the house there jointly, so my name is also on that house and a few other assets. So if you pull up property records or whatever, we're both on the house, but we're not married.
I gotcha.
I mean, the only reason I didn't stay there is simply because I don't have any family or anybody in Florida. I only had moved there because of him. So, because I actually had the option on the protection order to have him removed from the home.
And I think that's important. On the protection order, she could have stayed in the home and he would have had to leave. A no contact order is the same thing as a restraint order in Florida. I think it's the same thing too, basically in California. To me, it's the same. There are more charges coming to this case. The first hearing was for no contact order and the restraining that usually happens first. I know, and most of the time we don't see cases develop from like this point. Usually by the time people on YouTube are covering it, there's already documents out, someone already got the calls or, etc. He didn't want anything on the court records. Exactly, lemon pound cake. The reason JLR agreed to is because he doesn't want his victim to be able to say the court ordered the protection order. It's a tactic he's using. Exactly.
And if I were planning to stay in Florida, that's what I would have done. But I don't have any support system in Florida.
All right. So just so I know, I have my call notes here just to confirm. You had a protection order served against your ex-boyfriend, and your local sheriff told you to file a report about previous assaults that had occurred here with our county.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you'd also like to speak to a deputy about just the general situation.
Yeah, well, I just need to know how to go about filing the report, what all I would need to do for that. Because they were telling me here at the Garland County Sheriff's Office, they said that they said if it was a crime that had happened here and it happened a few months ago, they would just take the report over the phone and then, assign it out to be investigated, I guess. But I just don't know how you do things there.
I gotcha. Now, how long ago did the assaults happen?
So basically over the course of our relationship we were together for 3 years exactly.
Wow.
And over the last 2 years is when he started becoming violent, and most of the time it would be like a strangulation incident, and then
most of the time it would be a strangulation incident. So he strangled her before September and December. Strangling is very angry, very aggressive, very personal in murder cases. It takes a minute to do that with your physical bare hands. So you have to be somewhat of a demon to do something like that. Same thing goes for dismembering. I know YouTube doesn't like these words. In Florida, domestic violence arrests often result in the immediate issuance of a non-contact order even before formal charges are filed. Trust me, charges are coming at him. I talked to my lawyer. My lawyer's not from Florida regarding none of this, but just other stuff. And he basically said the same thing. He said I see charges coming, but I don't know. It's different, everywhere.
Time would go by and then he would do it again, and that was what it was for the longest time. And then all of a sudden, late summer, it escalated, and the specific assault that I want to report was September 6th.
So this past summer, things escalated. I'd have to go back and review what he was covering at the time, but I'm wondering, did he stop taking meds? Is there something that happened? I mean, he was abusive, but not as abusive as he was in, I believe she says September and December. Into the 7th, it was like overnight, the 6th, 7th. And then that's the one that I want to report. And that one, it was like insane. He just beat me with his fist like over and over in my head and my face and my ribs, just all over. While I was on the floor cowering, like he just kept on beating me. And I almost went to the hospital after that, but he just always would threaten. What he did after that assault is he started recording me. He started recording me like having an emotional breakdown. And he recorded like multiple videos of me after that. So he was like, if you go say anything, I'm going to post all of these videos about you online so people can see what an emotional freak you are, and her going through like an emotional breakdown. Now, emotional breakdown can mean different things for everyone. Same with what does confronting someone mean, right? We could all have different definitions of that, but I don't think this is a lie. I know a lot of people do, but I don't think this is a lie. I don't think this is made up. And told me he would post those videos if I ever like reported him, things like that. So I feel pretty certain that given his criminal case that's happening, that he probably will try to use videos against me and things like that. But yeah, so that's the specific one. It would be September 6th to the 7th. And then, in the report, I would also like to reference prior strangulation incident. Wow. Okay. It was like an ongoing thing. But the one from September, it was really brutal. So I had really bad bruising on my face, and I've got the pictures and all that. But
So, yeah, I mean, I just think that it's important to have a record of that because in the Washington case, Washington State has pretty, well, what they told me in the hospital is that they have pretty extreme domestic violence laws. And so their case will almost certainly reference prior incidents because they look at patterns is what they look at like a pattern of events and escalation and different things like that. And so they will most likely, weigh prior incidents and things like that. So I just think it's important to have a report filed. And I've also made a written report. Like I kind of put everything together and I've made a printout that I took with me to the sheriff's office here in Garland County. That sort of just is my report. It's what I want to say in the report. And so I don't know if that's helpful or I could email that.
I agree with you, Kim. Kim says nobody comes forward and makes this up. It's very hard to come forward. And like I said in a previous video, I said, I think she was going to forgive him. Unfortunately, we don't know the details of this relationship. We don't know if maybe there are good sides to him and why she loved him. And I think it's a cycle, and I think that that's why she didn't go straight to the hospital that night, because I think she considered forgiving him, and I think she realized, like, no, I have to turn him in, and this is, or maybe someone, around her, but I think that if she wouldn't have gotten out of this, it could have turned into something deadly, unfortunately.
Yeah. We will get on that in just a moment. I'm just putting a few more call notes in here for you, and then I'm going to ask you a couple of questions, okay?
Okay. Sorry, my dog is...
No, that's okay. Thank you for being so patient with me.
You be a good boy. Yeah, this has been like an insane last month. I mean, I can't even describe. It's like, it's just been so much work. Like, and it's crazy because I'm the victim and it's become like a full-time job, recovering and surgery and like doing reports and protection orders. And I didn't think that I was going to have to do a protection order necessarily. They kept telling me to do it, and I was like, well, there's no way he's going to contact me. I was like, he would be crazy to contact me. And then he did. He actually did. A couple weeks ago, he emailed me about money because he's trying to basically take all the assets out of my name without anything in return. And that's what he emailed me about. So I went ahead and filed the protection order right after he did. I mean, I couldn't believe that he had the nerve to contact me.
Gotcha. Now, I have a couple questions for you.
Wow. So he contacted her. I don't know how that plays into the protection order being just signed this month. I don't know about that, but he contacted her and he tried to leave her for dead and take everything. The home that her name was on, things that they bought together, left her unconscious with a broken nose, a broken septum, and take everything that she had rights to.
Yeah.
What's your boyfriend's first name?
It's...
And what's his last name? And what's his date of birth?
The police department beeps it or includes the beeps, but like I said, Plunder has her live with commentary, and she doesn't have them with beeps. But I didn't want to.
Okay. And in reference to and I'm sorry, just because one of my dispatchers is asking me, what was the county that you're located in where you tried to make the report with your county?
Oh, I'm in Garland County, Arkansas. Hot Springs is the city.
Listen, me and my ex kind of went through this. Doubt you could find anything on it because it involves my mental health. So I think those are like sealed records. Not sure, but getting a restraining order is hard. It's hard. Yeah, she has to keep explaining everything over and over again. Yeah. It's emotionally draining.
And they're the ones that I went and I did the protection order through their courthouse. Because it's a nationwide, well, I mean, I'm sure you know what it is.
And this can include anything from someone not leaving you alone. It doesn't mean someone has to beat the shit out of each other, right? I'm just saying sometimes there's situations where an ex won't leave you alone. It doesn't always involve physical. There's a lot financial. There's a plethora of things. That's why they do protective orders in the state of Florida, because the cases are backlogged. Good to see you, Madden. I'm glad you made it. I'll hit you back later. On the IG. Yeah, it takes a long time because he knows how to evade the law and he's traveling all the time. I think, could this be why he went back to Arizona? And now he's in Arizona, but now he's basically catching a charge. Well, it's a citation, but it could lead to a charge. We'll cover that after the phone call. Yes, exactly, Drakey. I said restraining orders are hard to get for whatever reason, and especially for 3 years. He's going to be hopping all over the place. And he's still getting 300,000 views. I'm a little confused. I'm just saying, and I'll repeat it again, then it's fair game. It's fair game. Let's get a little dirty. Okay, fine. We see what's going on here. But if you're going to forgive, and I don't mean you guys, anyone here or the replay viewers or anyone, but people in general are going to look past that, then I don't want to hear it when other shit from other creators comes up. I don't want to hear it. Oh, so-and-so also has DV. Okay, well, listen. It seems like the people following JLR have accepted that. So therefore, they cannot point the finger at anyone else. I don't know if that's like a real thing, but that's how I feel personally. That gives you no right to fucking bash on other people, dox other creators. Listen, fine, you want to forgive JLR? I've been trolled for the last day on X pretty badly because there's a lot of JLR supporters. There is. Oh, thank you, Madden. I appreciate you. Yes, it works. No, I appreciate everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Even just being here. Shout out to you. The tested emergency broadcast system, it worked.
Again, thank you for being so patient. We're just trying to figure out what the best way to get this report handled is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been back there in JLR's. I think I peeped in there like sometime, maybe a few days ago, and I said something very okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'll admit it myself. I trolled JLR like I think a couple days ago, and I said something in the chat like, do you wash your stinky red shorts every day? Okay, fine. I said it. Do you forgive me? Am I worthy of forgiveness? At least I didn't give my boyfriend a black eye and leave him for dead in the hotel room.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how this escalated the way it has, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I'm not the first person to first say that. It's just like, it's just shocking that someone is capable of.
Yeah, I'm very sorry that.
People are like saying like, oh, she's laughing in the comments. Yeah, he left her for dead. JLR punched her, broke her nose and her septum. She was unconscious and he fled the state. People say she's laughing, and that's not what it is. Sometimes talking about these things is weird and uncomfortable, and it's a cycle of domestic violence. If you've never been in it or experienced it, then respectfully, I wouldn't be saying that she's lying, because trauma is very mental, very emotional, very physical. And so I think the laughing is kind of her being like, well, like, I know that sounds crazy to you, but like, that was the person that I was in love with, you know?
I am very sorry that did happen to you.
Well, it's just hard to believe that he made threats. Like, it's really crazy too, because one of the things, like, whenever you assign this to whoever, a detective or whatever, one of the things that I have to send is, during these like rage episodes that he would have, he would literally say that he was gonna smash my face and rearrange my face, and he would.
Wait, okay, there's so much to uncover there and unpack. Rage episodes, we know from the video we just watched. He admitted he has schizophrenia, bipolar disorder. Okay, fine. Clearly something's being not controlled at the right level. Those rage fits and how he says that he wants to rearrange her face is absolutely wild. Wait, I want to go back a little bit. I want to re-listen to that. I appreciate this comment, Madden, coming from a male. I've been through crazy fights with my wife. Don't get me wrong, but there are certain lines a real man doesn't cross. Exactly. We've all been through those fights. And if not, good for you. Like, I'm glad and I'm happy for you. And I mean that honestly and genuinely. Some of us get lucky and don't date someone like that. Nervous laughter. Exactly, Vicky. Always believe the woman. Thank you, Rocco. Until proven otherwise. I believe this happened. Exactly. Once I hear JLR's side of the story, then we can discuss our opinions and our perceivements if he does that, which he won't. Clearly now there's a protection order. So now we're left to go based off of nothing but the documents and the FOIA, because there's a lot of stuff, right, on the YouTube, some voices and opinions and
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how this escalated the way it has, but
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure I'm not.
I'm sorry, Magnolia. It's not, and I mean this. Like, I feel for her. We're not surprised that it escalated. It's been 3 years, and it was only a matter of time.
First person to first say that. It's just like, it's just shocking that someone is capable of
Yeah, I am
doing
very
things
sorry
like
that
this.
I am very sorry that that did happen to you.
Well, it's just hard to believe that he made threats. Like, it's really crazy too, because one of the things, like, whenever you assign this to whoever, a detective or whatever, one of the things that I have to send is, during these like rage episodes that he would have, he would literally say that he was gonna smash my face and rearrange my face, and he would go to prison for it, all this kind of stuff. And a couple of times I recorded.
That sounds like someone who's been to prison before, right? Oh, I'll beat your face in. I'll rearrange it, bitch. I don't give a shit. I'll do the time. I've already done 10 years. That ain't shit to me. Like, those are the vibes I'm getting in this. But maybe I'm just being a little dramatic. No, Jakey, I don't think Melly left a man for dead. No, I did not. It sounds like JLR left her for dead in the hotel. She was unconscious. So you beat the shit out of your girlfriend, you break her nose, her septum, who knows what else. And then you get in your car and you leave to go stream whatever or go back home.
Recorded him saying that stuff because it was just like so outlandish, and I was just like, what? And I chalked it up to like, he's got mental issues. Like, there's something really wrong here. He needs help.
Boom. There it is. She knows it. We know it from the video we just seen, where he admits his own schizophrenia and bipolar. There's other things that, and maybe we don't have a full story here. I give it that much. That both parties are aware that one of them is unwell. I'll play devil's advocate because I want to be fair. Because someone in the chat's like, you are not being fair. Okay, maybe there is. Maybe there's stuff that JLR can come out and say about her as well. But who left who for dead in the hotel room? Two things could be true at once, I guess. Both people could be physically violent with each other. But we have yet to see those receipts, those documents, police reports, etc. So until then, I stand with Magnolia.
And things like that. And it just like, it's just hard to like believe that he actually did what he said he would do, And then the police were like, well, he could have killed you. Like,
yeah,
I mean, because the attack in Washington was like beyond. I mean, it was like the attacks in September, but it was like way worse because
I gotcha. So
he shattered my nose and septum. There was blood everywhere, like just crazy. And I believe he left me unconscious there. So it's just like, really crazy to believe that anyone is capable of any of that.
Yeah, I understand.
Especially someone that you love and been dating with, waking up with, having sex with, having a life with. Whoa. Well, that's what a relationship is. Having a life with, you're like, Melly, I'm getting a little dark here. No, etc. Right? Like, she loved him. She was with him for 3 years. I do have questions respectfully, though. Like, I want to know, what about him? I'm dying to know. I really am. That part.
So I did talk with some of my dispatchers, and so it looks like the way our county handles this is basically the report needs to be filed in the county you live in first. I know they said that you needed to call us first, but that's not how our county processes these sorts of incidents. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get us transferred over to Garland County's non-emergency line. I'm going to introduce us let them know the situation and that we require them to contact us for the situation.
Mm-hmm.
So just stay on the line with me and I'll get us over there real quick, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Sunday, February 1, 2026, 13:32 and 44 seconds.
Thank you for calling the Garland County Sheriff's Office. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911. Listen to the following.
I just hope that when she was placing these calls, which just sounds like it, that she had support, you know, because this is hard. Even just getting out of a toxic relationship is hard. Jeez, if I told you guys my story, you would be like, I've either been through that or I'm familiar with it. But like, it is hard to leave, even if it's just bad and not domestic. Like, especially after being together for so long and having things like assets, kids, jobs, involved with one another.
Options, as the menu was changed. For the detention center and inmate info, press 1. To file a report or have a patrol deputy respond, press 2. For the criminal investigation division, press 3. For finance and accounting, press 4. For a civil matter, press 5. For records, press 6. For fines and fees, press 7. For PIO or media inquiries, press 8. For the operator, press 0. To the
Garland County Dispatch.
Hi, ma'am. This is Pasco County, Florida. I have a caller on the line. Phone number.
I know the beep sucks so bad.
Caller is reporting, basically she had a domestic battery experience here in our county. But since she lives in your county, the way our county handles these situations is the report needs to be taken by your county first and then sent via teletype to us.
And it sounds like they're saying there's multiple counties and states that happen in Arizona, Washington. Allegedly, there's a criminal case with JLR going on. I don't know if it's connected or if it's something different or something maybe similar, but there's another case that Plunder is trying to get documents on. So moving forward, I think there's going to be more stuff coming out. And I don't appreciate you, JLR, for blocking me on X. Thank you very much. My story is worse. Even with all her calls, I would be depressed and helpless. And believe what they say. The beeps are too loud. I know, I'm sorry. It's just the way that they came through from the police department. Believe what they say. Is that what you mean, Pickles? There's a lot more coming. Yeah. Okay. All right. You know what? I had it with you. No, that was an accident. Because when I left, I had my car, my kid ended up in my clothes in the back. That's it. It was shattering. Oh, Kim, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to go through that. And thank you, Pickles, for the super. There's a lot more ish coming. Yeah, I know.
I'm not sure how that would go because that's not how it works here. Usually the only reason we would take a report is if it happened here within Garland County. Yeah. I'm not sure if a deputy would make a report for your county and then send it to you.
Would you? All right. Yeah, thank you.
All right, sorry about that. I got a bunch of stuff going on.
No, you're okay. I know how it goes.
Yeah. I'm not trying to be rude or anything. That's just usually how that goes. I'm not 100% if they
Unfortunately, it kind of sounds like both of our jurisdictions kind of butt heads on how the process is handled. And then we're left to kind of... Pasco County, Florida. Yes, ma'am.
I have her phone number. What's your guys's?
Our phone number to call into dispatch is going to be option 7.
Okay, so, and what's her name?
It was...
And you said it was a battery?
A delayed battery from September 6th, 2025.
And it occurred last year?
Yeah.
So I can call, they're really busy right now. We have a full board going on. Whenever I have a deputy available, probably the OIC, I'll give him a phone call and we'll just go from there. It'll probably be me that calls you guys back. I have her name and her phone number as well.
I do have her on the line as well. I can have her talk to you if you need any information.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
we usually just keep
I
the
can
caller
take
on
the
the line
information,
when we...
but I just feel like it's just going to be repeating herself from what she's already told you guys, and I don't want her to have to do that if my deputies aren't going to take the report just because she lives here within Garland County and a battery occurred in Florida. Can I have her phone number again? I wrote down your guys'.
Her phone number...
Okay. I mean, I'll also take down the gist of what occurred, just in case I'm wrong. And I'll just go from there, okay?
Basically, she's had a DVI served to her ex-boyfriend, and it's over an incident. The initiating incident started in Washington. Her nose was broken. That's what led to the DVI being served. But then Washington has told her to file a report about other past batteries that have occurred, so that way they can help build the case to, I guess, follow up with getting a case started for domestic battery.
Ooh, and that might be what's happening. It's a state-to-state thing. They might be, building a case. Let's hope so.
Okay. Okay. All right. Like I said, ma'am, if you can still hear me, if a deputy does decide to give you a phone call, it'll be from a blocked or unknown phone number. So just stand by for that, and we'll just go from there. Okay.
Yeah, and I had another question. If they say that they're not, for one thing, I don't understand why you're not able to take a police report over the phone. That's number one.
I didn't say that they couldn't do that, and they can do a report over the phone. It was about where
so that seems to me that the easiest thing here is if I'm able to just do the report over the phone.
Yeah.
And I can email whatever it is that you need. That seems like a pretty simple solution. But if that's not possible, would I be able to have a representative of mine come into Pasco County and file the report? Or if I'm able to get some sort of victim advocate or somebody like that to come in and file the report? I mean, I don't know why it's
about
difficult.
that county. So usually for us here in Garland County in Arkansas, the report needs to be made wherever that occurred. So the jurisdiction, whether it be Hot Springs PD or Saline County, if it happened there, you'd have to make a report through that specific county. And that's just how the whole procedures work. I'm not sure why, or, Yeah, but that's usually how it goes. I might be wrong in this very instant because it sounds like there's just a lot going on, and they might be able to make it work. But that would be up to the deputy and not me.
Ugh, I bet it's complicated if it's in different states, right? Chuck says, with my grandparents running a safe home for women and kids fleeing violence, I have seen so much. However, both of them are following statistical information that has a lot of research behind it. Kim says, okay, things are starting to fall into place now with these calls, right? We needed the full call. Who knows how much it happened? Maybe the last 2 years it happened a lot. We don't know. We don't know what else she has to bring forward.
Yeah.
So that's
no. I mean, I already came in and talked to the deputies there on Friday. So
okay. And
that's why I'm on the phone now, because they told me that they could not file the report because it did not happen here. And that's why I called back Pasco County.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Yeah, so I have your name and your phone number. I have a pretty good gist of what's going on. Whenever my OIC, which means officer in charge of whatever shift is on, I'm gonna call him and talk to him about what's going on and see what we can do. Okay. And it'll either be me that gives you a phone call, and it'll call back with the 3666 phone number.
Yeah. And my questions aren't necessarily just for you. It's also for the Pasco County rep that's on the phone with us as well. Because Pasco County should be able to take a police report over the phone, I would think. So
yeah, because our deputies can do that. The domestic disturbances, sometimes it just depends on when they occur. Like I know he said that this one.
Well, yeah, and that's what they told me. Yeah, and that's what they told me. They specifically said that if it had happened here in Garland County in September, that they would literally take a report over the phone about it. Because since it happened a few months ago, it's not as if there's an active crime scene that they would need, you know what I mean? Like, so he said the normal protocol would just be to do it over the phone. So I'm not sure why Pasco's not able.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have the ROIC call up there and see if he can get a little bit further on how their procedures work. But I do have to go. There's a lot going on. I have to answer this 911 call, but I will call you back. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Garland. I appreciate you as well.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Sunday, February 1, 2026, 13:42 and 05 seconds.
All right, ma'am. So it does.
Yeah.
Look like,
So did you?
It does.
So did you also?
As well. It does look like Garland will reach out to you. They'll see if they can handle it and actually take that. And like they said, they'll try and get in contact with our county as well to see. But if you can just call us back when they make contact with you and kind of advise what happened. And then it may not be me who's on the phone, but you can advise that you've tried twice to speak to Garland about getting the report finished there. And they're just, they can't handle it there. And then,
and I mean, if you could find out, yeah.
And then,
I mean, if you can find out on your end if I'm able to do the report over the phone, or like I said,
because it is delayed. If Garland County doesn't handle it, we can take a delayed call over the phone.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I was told by my supervisor that we have to try and initiate it with Garland County since that's the county you reside in.
Yeah, I mean,
I understand it's a whole thing. Unfortunately, it's just different counties can have different operating procedures. There's not one standardized approach to how these are handled, unfortunately.
I agree with you guys saying that he used her. Absolutely. Credit. He was a felon, which many people on YouTube are. Whatever. but I think that the fact that he tried to take everything from her towards the end proves that he was just in it to take advantage.
Right. So, yeah, if I can just do the report over the phone with Pasco, that would be ideal. But otherwise, also, I wanted to know if that's not an option, if someone else can come in person, because I just don't understand why I would have to actually be there in person to file a report.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a deputy. I'm just a call taker here. I don't know the whole process. This is just what my...
Allegedly, they're both on the deed. Yeah. Is that like property records? Yeah, I think Plunder looked into it. Was it Plunder? I believe. And I think they both are on the deed. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's on there for sure.
This is just what my dispatchers and supervisors are advising currently.
Yeah.
So,
well, and the other thing too,
I know it's a very frustrating thing, and I'm very sorry for that. I wish I could assist more.
Well, I mean, the other thing too, though, from Garland County's perspective, they don't have anything to do with any of this. The only involvement that they have is they're the ones who filed the protection order.
Yeah. It's just our, the way we do it is.
Yeah, well, my first priority is just if you can find out and have someone call me if I can do the report over the phone. I've already, this is not my first call to Pasco County. I called a couple of days right after the incident when I arrived there to let them know of the situation in the first place, because at the time when I got back, I didn't know where he was, and I didn't know if he was going to show up while I was packing my things like that. So I've been keeping Pasco in the loop this whole time since the incident. I've made several calls now at this point. So I feel like you should be aware of the situation. And like I said, I do have I did type up a statement that I can send and all of that. But it doesn't sound like Garland's going to do anything. So.
Yeah, I understand. I am still trying my very best to work with you here and see if we can.
Criminal charges are not, and listen, I hope the fact that it's everywhere, I hope that doesn't a negative with her in some cases, but at least she can do something civilly, right? I think someone said it earlier. Yeah, Plunder's my girl. She knows it too. She does. That's why I said at the beginning. Plunder is my girl and I support her. She's always been super cool with me. That's understandable for sure. That's why I say she needed that good support and professional advice. Yeah, I had surgery from a car accident. It is not fun. Pickles, thank you for your super earlier. I meant that it would be hopeless, depressed, and shameless. And she's calling to get charges pressed. They're harming a victim, playing this game with her. I know, but Madden did make a good point. Why not involve a lawyer? Was it Madden that said that? I don't think she wanted to call. I know. It's like, okay, well, let's play devil's advocate. If she was getting beaten and she didn't really want to call, why now? I think that, like I said earlier, it's unless you're familiar with the cycle of abuse in domestic violence situations, or even just dealing with trauma, I don't think that's like your first go-to. It's like, call the police, especially when you have like a house together. Kids couldn't even imagine. So my heart goes out to all of you who have experienced that, but I don't I can't blame her for not like, oh, why is she like sound normal here? And why didn't she call that night? And why now? Like, I think when she was ready and someone pushed her to do the right thing, maybe herself, I'm not going to victim blame her. I feel for her. I do.
Find a solution.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, if you can just maybe have a deputy call or something.
Yeah.
The last deputy I talked to is the one who told me to try to file it at Garland.
And let's all take a chill. Like, even myself, we're viewing it from the outside, right? It's a bubble, and we're just like the outside. We weren't in that relationship. We weren't dating JLR. We weren't dating Magnolia. We weren't in Washington. We weren't in Pennsylvania. We weren't in Florida. We don't know any of this. So there's so much more to the story. I'm sure that will come out if it does get to a criminal trial. If not, if she can't push it to that, then she might go civilly. And I don't judge her for that either. Do what you got to do. You put your name on that house, your credit. Who knows what else she paid for and what she did, and vice versa. Maybe he funded a lot of her stuff too. We don't know that. We don't know that yet. We don't have the receipts. So again, we're just sitting outside the bubble, taking it all in. And we can speak from experiences. And I appreciate that, because when you speak from experience, you know I feel like opinions are more valid. Not that I'm saying some are invalid, but you know more what is going on from experience. Restraining orders, domestic violence, trauma, like all of that stuff, it happens within certain walls and certain families. So it's hard to say when we don't have everything, like how bad it was. But it seems pretty bad from just the September and December issue. So I'm a little worried about other instances that could be revealed from all of this court stuff.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, I'm just communicating with a couple of my supervisors as well, trying to figure out the best course of action if we can. Because if I can just handle it right here, if they just give me the go-ahead and say, yes, just go ahead and start the call, then we can be done here really quickly. It'll just take me a few minutes to get a response.
Yeah.
And if not, if this is going to continue to be kind of a back and forth trying to figure out this situation, then I'll just have a deputy reach out to you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind waiting. I'm not doing anything else. So this is like my job now.
Yeah.
And just because we see him, oh, come on in. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Come on in. Okay, Deb. We're not doing that. Come on in. That was all a show, right? It was like facade. It was what was going to get him the views on YouTube. And she helped him with his YouTube channel. So I don't know, JLR. I might just take that jail time or take paying her out if it means that going to court is going to have to bring out stuff about your monetization, your YouTube channel. If you know you did something bad, you better just shut the fuck up. Pay her out and go do your 18 months. I know it sucks. No, we don't like to shower in the prison showers. We all know we don't want the shitty toilet paper if there's even any. But if there's other things going on here that we later find out about, I don't reckon it's best for JLR to do any of that.
Yeah, I don't know why my dog always acts crazy when I'm on the phone. He wants attention.
Honestly, I can't even hear him, so you must have noise canceling or something.
That's funny.
Okay.
Come on. Come on in. Hi. Come on in. Come on in. Is it the end?
All right. Yeah. So I did just receive confirmation from another supervisor because you, as the victim, live in their jurisdiction. They have to start the report. But we'll have a deputy call you as well.
Well,
so
yeah, but here's the thing though. You keep saying that I live in their jurisdiction, but
come on in.
My driver's license says that I live in Pasco County, Florida.
Come on in.
I'm staying at an Airbnb. I wouldn't characterize it that I live in Garland County.
Okay.
I mean, I'm literally just here for safety reasons and to get medical treatment.
I got it. So,
like, yeah, I just think it just sounds weird when you keep saying that I live in their jurisdiction because I literally just got here like 3 weeks ago.
No, I understand. Just from the information I had,
I'm so bad. This is not funny. This is serious. You guys are cracking me with the. I know. The jazz hands. Okay, fine.
I was led to believe that you might have been staying up there, like not trying to come back to Pasco. So that's why I was saying live there. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I'll come back to Pasco. I don't know if I'll come back to Pasco or not. I mean,
It was
temporarily
just an misunderstanding on my end, and I'm very sorry for that.
Well, and that may be the issue overall now that I think about it, because the other guy kept saying that too, and it's like, I wouldn't characterize it that I, quote, live here. I came here to hide out.
I got it.
This is like a hiding place.
Yeah.
So I'm in an Airbnb right now, and I'm getting a different Airbnb in a couple of weeks that I'm staying temporarily. But I don't know. I may come back to Florida because he's pending a criminal case. Like, his case in Washington is very, very serious.
Yeah.
And they told me that they intend to extradite him.
The case in Washington is very, very serious. Washington does have heavy domestic violence laws, and they plan to extradite him. I know this was back then, February, I believe the call said. Yeah, Madden, it's hard. I think it's hard for law enforcement when it involves domestic violence. They're just there to get a check. Thanks, Kim, for being here. I appreciate you. The police are making this more difficult. Yeah, we're almost to the end of it.
So they could file charges and extradite him tomorrow, for all I know. And then he could be out of the house.
Yeah.
For good. So then I may come back to my house. I mean, but my house
I understand.
is in Pasco. That's where I live.
Yeah.
So, like,
Gotcha. So, yeah, right now,
I mean, I'm like
think the best.
basically on vacation here is all. Like, I don't have a driver's license here. I don't pay taxes here. I don't have a job here. I don't have any of that.
So basically what she's saying is, I didn't have anything to do in Florida other than I moved to Florida for my man. Abuelita says 2/1/2026, same day as Nancy G. Allegedly, I hear there's some stuff too with the YouTube channel that JLR has. I don't know. I don't know if it's under his name. I'm not going to speak on it until I get facts. But just know, word on the street ain't no good, baby.
So I live in Pasco County. For all intents and purposes.
All right, I gotcha. So what we're going to do is we're going to have one of our law enforcement deputies reach out to you via phone. And they should be able to give you some more information. Unfortunately, I'm not a deputy. I just work in dispatch.
Yeah.
But they should be able to talk you through the process, get a little more information about everything that's happened, and be hopefully in a much better position to further assist you with this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and so and they usually call back from a private number too, right?
Yeah. It'll be a private restricted or blocked number as well. So hopefully you'll hear back from our deputies as well fairly soon.
Yeah, or either.
It should definitely.
Yeah, either that or Garland. And if I hear back from Garland, I'll let you know. And what was your name? So because in case I need to call back.
Okay, my name is like.
Funny, because my last name is and I named my dog like.
That's fun. That's funny.
Yeah, I have a dog named.
Alrighty. Well, I'm sorry this took so.
Well, I'll remember that.
Yeah, I'm sorry this took so long, and hopefully we
it's
can.
No problem. I understand it's. No, I understand it's completely complicated. I mean, I've been dealing with this for a month now, and it's just you don't even know. It's because it's just this is like one component. I also have all the medical stuff I've been dealing with too.
I would like to see those medical records, but due to HIPAA, unless they go to trial, then we might see them.
Yeah. I gotcha. All right, so just be on the lookout for phone calls from blocked, restricted, or private numbers. That's either going to be Garland County or us.
Yeah.
And hopefully a deputy either in Garland or one of our Pasco deputies can, hopefully someone will take it for you.
Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate you helping me and taking the time today.
Not a problem. I'm sorry it took so long, but I hope you have a safe rest of your day.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Christmas is also highly documented for domestic violence. At least she called for help. This will help her. I don't think it was soon enough. I really don't, you guys. I know it's like, oh my God, why are you being so dramatic? But when there's violence, drugs, we don't know if there's drugs here. I'm just speaking in generally, not related to the case. When there's violence, drugs, mental health, toxic relationships, it's never a good mix. And I know these dispatchers are just like, hello, we're trying to take the call. But I really hope that this is handled appropriately. Yeah, I know, huh? She's lucky to be alive. You guys, I'm going to go back and replay just the first 2 minutes. Because in the first 2 minutes is when we heard a lot of stuff. I think a lot of the information that's important.
A police report.
Sunday, February.
Let's play the first 5 minutes.
1, 2026, 13, 12, and 50 seconds.
Communications, how can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my name is I was calling to ask about filing a police report. This is sort of like an ongoing domestic violence situation. Your office just served a protection order on my behalf to the respondent that lives there in Pasco County. And I just wanted to talk to a deputy about that. And also, I was advised by other law enforcement to file a report for prior incidents.
Okay.
I don't know if I can.
Give me just one moment. I'm just putting a couple of call notes.
I just want to listen to the part where he left her unconscious. Then we'll go to the next thing and then end the live.
All right, yeah, I can get something started for you here. What's the phone number we're speaking on?
It's
And repeat that phone number for me one time.
is there in Port Richey, but I had to. It's
Gotcha. And just repeat the street name and house number for me one time.
That's the reference that you would have for this situation.
I gotcha.
So basically, just in a nutshell, I mean, I've called into Pasco a few times. Basically what happened is we went on vacation to Washington State for Christmas, and while we were there, he assaulted me and broke my nose. And then he went on the run to avoid being arrested. They had warrants out for him for felony assault, and so he got a new rental car and literally drove across the whole country all the way back to Florida. And I flew back and got back before he did, and I was able to clear out all my belongings from the house and leave. So I actually came to Arkansas, so that's where I'm at now. This is where my family is. So I escaped there. It's been a few weeks now. I've been in Arkansas. And I just had surgery, and I'm recovering from surgery. But so I had done the protection order, and the police in Washington, the case is pending in Washington, but the authorities there had told me to get a protection order. So once I got here to Arkansas, and I was able to do that, and I guess that's been served. But they had also told me that I needed to speak to Pasco County about filing a report for prior assaults that are actually referenced in the police report for Washington, because I had told the police about prior incidents. So they wanted me to file a report on that. So the issue is that I'm not there in person.
Yeah.
So that's why I need to talk to a deputy. I had talked to a deputy last week when I called to see about the protection order and if it had been served yet. And I talked to a deputy then, and he had told me that, well, he suggested that I go to Garland County, Arkansas Sheriff's Department and ask if they could fill out what he called a courtesy report.
Yeah.
And then it to Pasco. But I went there Friday, and they said that that's not really something they would do. So they just said I should call back and try to initiate a report over the phone. Because I just want to have the assault reported, because the reason I didn't report in the past is because he threatened to kill me if I did. So now that I'm safely away.
That's one of the parts I wanted to listen to again. Threatened to kill me if I reported it.
I want to at least have a report.
I understand. I'm sorry, I know he's your ex, but was it your ex-boyfriend or ex-husband?
Ex-boyfriend, yeah. We own the house there jointly, so my name is also on that house and a few other assets. So if you pull up property records or whatever, we're both on the house, but we're not married.
I gotcha.
I mean, the only reason I didn't stay there is simply because I don't have any family or anybody in Florida. I only had moved there because of him. So because I actually had the option on the protection order to have him removed from the home. And if I were planning to stay in Florida, that's what I would have done. But I don't have any like support system in Florida.
All right. So just so I know, I have my call notes here just to confirm. You had a protection order served against your ex-boyfriend, and your local sheriff told you to file a report about previous assaults that had occurred here with our county.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you'd also like to speak to a deputy about just the general situation.
Yeah, well, I just need to know how to go about filing the report, what all I would need to do for that.
I just wanted to hear that part about him unaliving her and that threat. We've already played that numerous times. So you can listen to it here on replay or go sub up to and pay for Paula's Plunder's Patreon. She has good shit over there, man. And I love her. I really do. I hear some things that make me go, family surgery, Airbnb. So why not stay with the family if she's so scared and recovering? Fair. I also wonder, where's both families at in this situation, right? Because it seems like 3 years is a long time. And if you're a parent, I'm not. But if you are, you know your child pretty well, whether they're young or older. So I think there's a lot more here that we don't know. Last but not least, I wanted to cover this. So Nerdy Addict is a creator or a channel owner on X. He also does have a channel on YouTube, but that's how I kind of became familiarized with him. And Nerdy's been covering JLR, and they were the ones who were protesting outside JLR's house the other day. And Nerdy was coming to Arizona to help and assist with Nancy Guthrie coverage, and JLR is there. So, of course, that would create a problem, right? But JLR decided to show up at the airport today when Nerdy arrived to Arizona. Nerdy is free to fly wherever he wants to and cover whatever cases he wants to, just as much as JLR. And I guess he showed up to the airport, like, accusing him of prior allegations. And so this is a citation. Jonathan Lee Riches, he has to go to court for disorderly conduct and harassment / stalking on April 28th. So not only has he beat up Magnolia, is involved with all of this, filed 4,000 lawsuits that are frivolous on top of everything else and everything else going on. Now he has to show up to court to speak on that. I want to show you guys my page just because I don't believe that I was deserved to be blocked by JLR. I really don't. This is my page on X. Go follow if you are on X. Literally, look at what I post. It's just like today. Come watch my video. This is where I post last night. I said, JLR blocked me, and honestly, I feel like I struck a nerve. Now I'm curious. Was it my narration or the fact that I have commentary to match? Because I'm reading his book. Be honest. Did I say something you think I hit a little too hard? Public content comes with public commentary, babe. Moral of the story, if it's public, it's reviewable. At Magnolia, I stand with you, beautiful. And this is where it said JLR blocked me. So I'm officially blocked. So email me receipts, baby. Email me them receipts. No, I'm just showing you guys. So no one can come on here and say, oh my God, Melly's being a bully. Because if you know, most of us know me here pretty well. and know that if I really had something to say or if I was going to bash or go in on someone, I absolutely will do it. Absolutely. And I have come very clean about myself here and my past and who I am, and it is what it is. So at least I ain't no fake bitch out here on the streets. So this is just what I've been posting. I posted this. This is the only thing I think could have upset him, was that I posted this video about him and his ex-wife when they're glorifying James Holmes. And all I said was shoplifting like it's free 99 while calling James Holmes a hero and idol, deeply unsettling. And then I got blocked. But let's play that video since we're here.
And we got our idol with us at all times. Yes, we do. James Egan Holmes is our hero.
Yeah, James was with me today when I got these. Free 99.
Free 99?
Free 99.
Yeah, free 99.
And I got...
This is his ex-wife, currently still married, but ex. He's talking about stealing, shoplifting, 5-finger cell. Free 99.
Look at that.
He was with me when I got this too.
Jonathan Lee Riches.
And Jonathan was my getaway.
Yeah, Bonnie and Clyde, motherfuckers.
He didn't have any idea that I was doing that.
He said Bonnie and Clyde, mother effers. Anyways, why I'm showing you this is to show that I don't have anything to hide. I didn't do anything wrong. Do you guys see something here that's out of control? Like, Melly, you're such a bully. It says, let's dig through some JLR public documents. Okay, linked. Let me read to you when I read bedtime stories as we're reading the JLR book, which I need to get caught up on tomorrow. Kelsey Fitzsimmons. I covered Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Kelsey Fitzsimmons. JLR. Where on here am I being disrespectful? Oh, the last one I said I support Kelsey Fitzsimmons 1,000,000,000%, and I only have one question. Girl, what did you see in Justin? Oh, Epstein files. Great. There I am speaking out about all the victims that were raped by Epstein. This is an Epstein file. Yeah. So anyways, I guess roll up. My girl Molly's in here. Listen, Molly. Listen. This is all I did. But I did see someone did. How the F did he know he was going to be there? Oh. Wait, I didn't even think of that. Who did? Who did tell him? Molly? Did he post it? I don't think he did. Ooh, someone might be giving information. Yeah, I don't know how he knew exactly what flight and what time, too. Where did Nerdy say what happened? Was that on his X or on his page? Because I haven't seen anything. Well, I've been on here, so I guess I haven't. Did he give like did he do a live or something? I am wondering, how did he know exactly what flight? The psycho will be in the headlines for something horrible if he's not locked up. He's live now. Oh, I don't want to stream his live. We should all go show what happened with Nerdy. You mean this, Molly, the document? This one? The disorderly conduct, stalking and waiting. He waited for Nerdy in baggage claim. Listen, if someone's waiting for me at baggage claim, we're gonna have problems. You know what? I sent this to Plunder. I did. I sent it to my girl Plunder. Not me telling on myself. Well, here I am telling the truth. I did. I sent it to my girl Plunder and I was like, girl, you better get all of these documents. You better get that citation. No, I did. So I hope that we know more about that, but I will have to listen to Nerdy later. We can pull him up right now though and give him a shout out. I won't play his whole live, but he mentioned it. He did? Doesn't say he's talking about JLR though. Let me pull up the live. Post a video of this. Wait, the bottle one? Oh my gosh. It's my favorite, most unfavorite video ever. The bottle one. That's the one I have saved, man. Let's go back to that one. Is that the one you're talking about where he's like on a bottle? Very inappropriate. Sick. Sick man. We played one where he had a swastika early. Wait, Molly, have you seen the video of him talking about his mental health? I'm curious. If not, I want to play it for you because it needs to be seen. I know you guys hate the Coke bottle one. I thought I saved it. I did. I know I did. Oh, I have how to cook chicken. That one is creepy. Okay, I will. I'll send you the. Oh, look, here's Molly when she had the ex-girlfriend up.
2 years, and he has a very bad temper. I'm not going to.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad I came upon this video right now. He has a very bad temper. And in the 911 call today, Magnolia said the rage episodes. Things are aligning.
To lie and say that he hit me. He never hit me. He did threaten to, once he threatened to throw his hot coffee on me. He did push me against a wall one time, but he never actually hit me.
Oof. I'll drop the links down so go visit so you guys can go watch at Molly's channel. She has a whole interview up there. I'll drop it in the description and in the chat. I don't want to play it all, so you guys can go watch it over there. But this is the video that I was showing you guys earlier, or talking about earlier. This one?
Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you.
This is concerning to me. When we put the mental health video that we played at the beginning and this, I seriously think there's really something wrong with him, which doesn't okay what he did. I told you, I think things normal people don't think. That's why I always wanted to be integral. Yeah. No, you did great. I can't even believe you got one of the X's on there. I will. I'll send you the video.
Guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys. Use your imagination. Hi, Jonathan Lee Riches. This message is for Dictator Adolf and James Holmes. I love you guys. I love you guys to death, and this is what I want to do to you guys.
I have so many questions. And I'll leave this earth without getting any answers. I don't think this is funny. I mean, I think it's funny in a sense of we can laugh about it here, but like, what was he thinking when he made these videos? Like, what are you thinking in your head? Like, what are you thinking in your head? These aren't normal thoughts, guys. Okay, did you post it yet, Molly? So I can play it? No, I don't want to play it because then it takes from, whatever. I don't want to play it. Oh, this one, Diva Adventures posted this. This was during Gabby Petito. He dressed up like an agent, which we've seen before, and he was, boots on the ground. He was impersonating an agent in front of the Laundrie's home. Agent Hall. I wonder what the judge would think of all of these videos if there was a judge here. Yeah, 4/28 is the court date. This is just this and them acting boots on the ground and then the guy impersonating the cop, his friend. Ugh. Oh, I did want to look at this real quick though. This was on my list. Sandy Hook hoaxer busted by federal agents. A convicted felon who traveled to Newtown, Connecticut and masqueraded as the uncle of Sandy Hook Elementary School gunman Adam Lanza has been arrested on federal probation violation charge, the smoking gun has learned. Jonathan Lee Riches was busted late last week and booked into Chester County Jail. Been living in Westchester, Pennsylvania since his release earlier this year from federal prison, where he spent a decade in custody for conspiracy and wire fraud. On December 16th, 2 days after the school massacre, Riches drove to Connecticut and sought to visit the home of gunman Adam Lanza. JLR, who videotaped part of the trip and uploaded clips to his YouTube page, was turned away from the Lanza family street by a police blockade. Riches, however, did turn up at a makeshift memorial site in Newtown where he identified himself to reporters as Jonathan Lanza, uncle of the school shooter. As reported by the New York Daily News and other media outlets, he told journalists that the killer had been taking Fanac, an antipsychotic drug, dropped to a knee and fiend praying for the young victims. Oh, as photographers snapped away. Wait, Fanac? That is a mental health medication. It is. It is. Wow. The more we learn, the more I'm like, what is going on? And I don't mean that he should be a disgrace to society. Like, I do think he's unwell. Let's watch this last time before anybody says that I'm over here making up diagnosis and shit. This is JLR's video.
Riches. What's up? All right. I'm going to read a medical file right here that I have from FMC Lexington. The medical file. I just would like to share the information with you today. Axis 1, schizo personality, schizophrenia. Diagnosis common. Still has paranoid thoughts, but seems to realize that they are not real. Says that he will take risperidone at a lower dose, but medication compliance has always been a problem with him. Axis 2, borderline personality disorder. Some worsening of behavior in relation to food, but seems to be afraid of going back to special housing unit. Discussing his life after prison and currently family stress of his mother's illness. Says was in an inpatient facility for many years as a teenager, so little adult life experienced in the outside world. He's still talking about going to Hollywood after his...
Wait, I missed that. His parents said he was an inpatient as a teenager. Let me go back. This is important, you guys. I'm not here judging him on his mental health issues. I've talked about mental health and my issues here many a times. It's fucking old news. But it makes me think, what else, like, what's going on here? What do you mean you needed inpatient as a teenager?
Experienced in the outside world. He's still talking about going to Hollywood after his release.
Wait, let me go back.
Facility for many years as a teenager. So little adult.
I missed that.
Says was in an inpatient facility for many years as a teenager.
Was in an inpatient facility for many years as a teenager. It's like Brian Walsh. The Brian Walsh, Anna Walsh case. Remember? We didn't find out he was in a mental hospital until, well, I think we knew the whole time, but I think he started when he was really young.
Little adult life experienced in the outside world. He's still talking about going to Hollywood after his release. Lost 1.5 pounds in the last week. Not liking that he must consume his supplemental drinks at the pill line window due to odd beliefs about others seeing him poison his food and inconsistent with his chronic anorexic diagnosis. States anxious and sad because of his mother has breast cancer and he's going to get out of prison in 6 months and worried about what will happen to him and of him being a burden to his family once he gets released. Complains of abdominal pain, poor appetite, poor sleep, fatigueness, general aching everywhere, declines to talk to religious services, wonders what our response will be if he does not eat better, informed, consent affected story. I don't know what that is. We'll have to follow closely and let psychology and dietary officials know, as well as the clinical director after his latest hunger strike. Yeah, that's pretty much that on that. Inmate has refused to consume the 1,000 calories determined to be a minimum for 24 hours to maintain his health. His recent BMP was normal, but his prelembum levels is below the DOP threshold, requiring force feeding when minimum oral calories are not consumed by the established guideline. Inmate is refusing further oral intake after consuming 750 calories today at 2 p.m. He's further refusing oral nasogastric tube feedings, but is not physically resisting the procedure. We will proceed to infuse a target of 500 calories a day in this procedure. The lieutenant, AW, and warden is notified of this pending procedure. Inmate is well groomed, cleaned, but not.
Wait, okay, so we've seen that video, but I need to show you guys this. It just came up on my ex. However, the relevant high-profile legal matters are taking place in Arizona. Nancy Guthrie abduction. The investigation is ongoing with forensic evidence and federal involvement. A hoax ransom case, but no major criminal trial dates yet. Did you post it, Molly? Oh, you did. Roll up? Okay, let me go play it. I just saw it come up. Wait. Are they looking into JLR for Nancy? Oh. No, not my ex, Madden. Not at all. Okay, let's go see. This is my girl Molly's page. You guys can go sub up. MollyGoLightly. I'll drop her link right now while we're here. JLR. She knows JLR personally. This one?
Okay, random questions, since I seem to be the only person that asks random, intelligent, thought-provoking questions on a whim here. Life of a wannabe interrogator. NerdyAddict. Who?
Wait, why is it doing that? Let me refresh. Was it glitching on your guys' end?
Random questions, since I seem to be the only person that asks random, intelligent, thought-provoking questions on a whim here. Life of a wannabe interrogator. NerdyAddict. Who did you give your?
Why is it glitching like that?
Flight itinerary?
Is that like a YouTube thing or is that a me thing? Do you guys see that?
To be at that airport.
It's like, I think it's
two.
Oh my God.
Airport at that specific time.
I think it's YouTube.
I don't know. Tucson Airport. Is it a big airport? The only thing he would have access to is when the flights rolled in. So all he has to do is park the car and then baggage claim to see him come out. But you can't just go onto any sort of website and see.
Yeah.
So whoever Nerdy Addict entrusted with, oh, here's when I'm going to be there. That's who. Now, the screenshot that I saw of his itinerary, I thought he was going to be there the day before yesterday. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that Nerdy Addict's trusting the wrong person. And I'm going to say again, don't trust anybody from YouTube ever. Remember, most of them are criminals. Most of them are shady and jealous and competitive and nuts. So if you haven't learned anything from what I've experienced, you got to roll up. That's why I should just have like, I got to roll up merch. Okay.
Roll up. When they tell you when you're in jail and you're getting out, that's what they tell you. They're like, roll it up. Roll up your blanket, grab your shit, roll it up, you're done. Okay, that is true. Ooh. There's a mole. There's a mole in Nerdy Circle. That's what I was saying, because I'm like, how did he wait like all day and check every single flight coming from wherever? That would be a lot of work. He didn't go live today though, JLR. Listen, April is already crazy and it's not even April Fool's anymore and it's only April 2nd. I don't usually take Xanax, but I might consider. I can't sleep with so much true crime on my mind. Tucson Airport is real small. To show up, and I'm just kidding, guys. Don't take anything. But I'm not going to tell you what to do. Do what you want. I'm not responsible. I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm blocked. And so now I can't tag JLR, but it seems like a lot is going on right now. Got to sedate the chat versus scoop. Like one TSA check-in, if remember, no lines. My birthday's coming up. Buena abuelita. That's what I've been wondering. How did he get the flight info? Yeah, I'm curious. I guess we'll have to April is going to be bananas. Yes, it is. I guess we'll wait and see what happens. JLR now has another court date to add on his schedule. He's gonna pencil it in and let James Holmes know that he has court on April 28th. And listen, dealing with court and stuff, ugh, what a pain in the ass. What a pain in the ass. Is there a video of the confrontation? Not that I've seen. I know JLR is, I know he's now posting stuff about like Nerdy and Nerdy's past and all this. And listen, I'm not going to show. Wait, can you guys see? Oh, okay, good. I don't want to show pictures of people's faces. But he says, everyone knows Nerdy Addict was here to harass, stalk me. Anyone who doesn't think that is an idiot. Where is Nancy Guthrie? Listen, JLR, go the fuck home and then make those posts. Because he's sitting out. I'm sorry. I'm not okay with what he's doing at Nancy's. I think we've talked about it here before when I was still covering the Nancy case. I haven't covered it in a very long time. Sitting in your car making flyers that aren't even right. I don't think that's quote unquote boots on the ground, but I guess I can give him credit for being there. But he's now trying to, wow, he posted on X, help police. My name is Nerdy Addict, and he keeps asking me about my Florida child abuse allegations. Please stop him from asking me questions about beating up females in Florida and Connecticut. Wait, so JLR admitted on this post he beat up females in Florida and Connecticut. I don't want to show the post because it has a picture of Nerdy's face, and I'm not doing that. Y'all can go look. I don't want to be disrespectful like that. Unless I have Nerdy's permission to show his face, I won't do it. I can't. Who did you beat up in Connecticut, JLR? Was that Magnolia too? A reptile, that one. After I saw him being like, they're down the street, I'm being harassed. After that sealed it for me. Like, I was just like, you're lying to your live viewers right now. When I was watching both, I had JLR on one screen because I was trolling. Remember, I told you, I admitted to you, I said, JLR, do you wash those stinky red shorts? So I was trolling. And then I was maybe one of the exes. Whose exes? JLR's? Does he have more exes than Naomi and What a Gentleman? Right, Madden? I forgot my train of thought. JLR recorded it. He used it as evidence against Nerdy, but security didn't believe JLR. That's not what we're here to address. Okay. We can have a whole different discussion. And if we really wanted to get into Nerdy, fine, then we will. But as of right now, like, we're focusing on Magnolia. And who's the other female in Connecticut? Was that her? Question mark. I know people are gonna be like, oh my God, well, you're not defending what Nerdy did. That's not it. It's just I don't have enough information on that yet, but I'll keep my eye on it. And if I feel like that's someone that I want to come up here and talk about, then I will. As of right now, I'm not gonna address it. It is what it is. We're here to talk about JLR, and he's the one who gave Magnolia a black eye and almost left her for dead, allegedly. But according to police reports, so it's not really allegedly, but I guess allegedly until his day in court. So all of that information is public. You can go find the videos all over the internet. I did edit the mental health one because there was other stuff in there I didn't want to show for YouTube purposes. So I edited that one, but Molly, you can go visit MollyGoLightly. She has a ton of stuff on there. That's the clip that we just watched. And then the documents are on X. That's where I got them from. So I'm telling you guys where you guys can go look. With that being said, so is Nerdy still in Arizona then? I don't know. Oh, Lemon. No, I was talking about what happened at the airport today. Oh, like, was there a video? I'm sure somebody took a video. You do you. Thank you, Sarah Adams. Appreciate you. Angela and someone else who goes by Jane. Yes, on Molly's life. I've had it with Laura, with Line, Lauren, Trisha, and now JTL and maybe more. I asked about the airport situation. Oh, Evie, so what did you ask? I'm trying to go back. Yeah, so Nerdy was just getting there. Nerdy was just getting there and JLR was already waiting for him. That's crazy. That's stalking. If I get off my flight and someone's there waiting for me, listen, we're going to have issues depending on what your intentions are. And we're definitely involving police. I don't call police, but if you're a freaking weirdo waiting for me to get off my flight to come at me with some bullshit, either I might catch a charge or we're calling the police. Because don't come over here looking for me at the airport. But I wonder who did give him that information. So there's a lot here. Lots going on. Make sure you guys tap the like button on the way. How would he know what time he was there? I know. Oof. And if this even becomes anything in court, then receipts are definitely going to be put out there. You know, when it hits the police department, public information, unless it involves something like 5150 or whatever, right? And if these get brought up in court, you know, a lot of the social media stuff might get brought up in court as well. So it's a lot. JLR was recording him as Nerdy was coming down the escalator. That's weird. That's a little much. It's what he did to the victims. Remember that video we just watched of the gravesite? It gives very much that. Very much that. If you guys missed that, replay the live. The truth remains the truth and it will always come out. Exactly. If you are looking, you can find them. Oh, okay. So he just waited there and waited? But how did he know the time? He just went there at like what, 4 a.m.? Thank you, Jenny. We're glad I found your channel. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. White Boy did say on live he was going there. Yeah, but that's White Boy. White Boy and Nerdy weren't going there together. There are flight tracking apps. And I guess if you know where someone's coming from, then that might be helpful. I'm not a stalker, clearly. JLR lied to police. The truth was on the video. Are you coming back up or can I go to bed? I might be coming back up, Drakey. I'll let you know. I'll let you know for sure. He's sophisticated enough. No, White Boy said Nerdy was going. That was the other day, though. I thought. Wasn't that like the other day? I thought that was like Monday or Sunday that Nerdy said he was going to go out there. And White Boy. And then they did the protesting. And then they were said again they were going to come back out. I don't know. Either way, that's all that's going on with the JLR stuff right now. The recent calls, the whole other, you know, the whole situation with Nerdy. Now he has another court date to add on to that. I haven't looked on the JLR Magnolia docket, but I believe, I thought it said it was closed, but just because they're probably going to combine all the cases is what I'm thinking. I don't know how you do that in the court, but I'm assuming they're all going to like figure this out for its one case, or maybe not. Maybe it's going to be different cases in different states. Who knows? Either way, it's not looking too good for JLR. But shout out to you guys for being here. Please, please, please hit the like button on your way out. Follow me on X. Hit the like button. Drop a comment. Subscribe. I will see you guys on the next live. Shout out to all of you guys for being here. Ego will never win the day. Absolutely. And shout out to my girl Molly for popping in. Please make sure you are subscribed, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget, I'm still finishing the JLR book. I've just been with all these calls and stuff. So maybe tonight I'll see you guys back for another live. Tap that like button on the way out. I appreciate you guys for being here.